Pow, pow, pow. All right, we're rolling live from the wasteland. This is Freedom Phil, and what I'm going to talk about. You see the situation where the McDonald's CEO was biting into the burger, and it didn't look like he was loving it. And I just want to throw this out there. Seriously, if you're going to try to sell people food, look like you actually cook it, make it, enjoy it. Because restaurants are way overpriced. And we know everything we're getting at fast food joints these days is basically poison. We accept that. We know that if we were in Japan, we'd probably lose weight just because the food is healthier. But where am I going with this? This is Freedom Phil. Like, subscribe. Let's get into it. And hey, turn up the video speed. Why do I always say that? Because, dude, watch videos faster. When I upload it, you should watch it at 1.75. You know, like, subscribe. Let's get into it. I'm sitting there watching this video because people were talking about it. And it just, you see this guy who looks like he has never stepped foot in a McDonald's other than for photo ops because it's business. He looks like the type of guy where, you know, those elitist people that'll be at Trader Joe's, except for this guy's the 1%. He ain't going to no Trader Joe's. No. They're like grabbing, you know, like fresh, pure snow from the Himalayas to grow his crops. It's that type of situation. And he's looking at this burger. And by the way, you could have just had them make a normal burger for you. You know, dress it up, make it look the same. But no. This guy looks like he's biting into what he knows is poison. And you want proof of that? When he was sitting there, you know, loving it, he bites in, and then they cut the video off. You know, because you don't want to watch somebody chew bullshit. I want to chew and see you swallow. If you're going to try to sell that to people, I want to see you eating a burger that you think, man, this is fucking good. That guy actually looked like one of those, you know, pretentious vegans. Wouldn't surprise me if he was. He's like, chew. Oh, cut the video. I have to spit this out. Meat juices. Assuming that's even meat. Wasn't there a controversy not so long ago? I can't remember what company it was. Like, go way back, and they were like, is the Subway tuna actually tuna? Who knows? You know, but, man, Filthy Frank really nailed it when he was talking about the chicken nuggets. This is just, you know, made from pig paste and all sorts of things. It may even have fecal matter in it. We think some part of it's like parts of babies. I swear to God, dude. It's like that. There was that guy recently, though, that what company was it that said that, you know, they were serving people lab-grown meat? Was it Arby's? Was it Burger King? I don't remember. And I don't care if it's lab-grown. Hey, as long as it tastes like meat, as long as it's meat. To be honest, if I've said this for a while, I am not anti-bugs. If you made a tasty nugget out of some bug paste and call it the McBugget, I don't give a shit as long as it tastes good. You know, if it's healthy enough and tastes good, you know, better nutrition. I mean, really, if they really actually wanted to serve us food, it was good for us, we'd be growing stuff like that Wolfie globosa. It's this like little water plant. It's actually normally called duckweed, and it self-replicates. It has all the complete proteins of meat and way more of it than meat, and it basically self-replicates. If we wanted to, that's what we'd be eating. It's what NASA people eat, because, you know, they're up in space and they need concentrated real food. We don't get that. We get slop that is designed to kill you. And you could tell the look on that CEO's face and the talking points. I swear to God. Like, when it sounds like you're just reading, it's very crispy. It's very good. And, you know, like, it just sounds like, dude, you don't eat this stuff. And this is where, okay, how many of you guys have been to a good greasy burger shop? Like, they hand cut the fries, or the fries are just decent quality. And, you know, you're going to go in there. This is back 4 years ago, and it would cost me about $12 or more to get the burger and fries. You know, and if I order a shake, we're getting up to 15, and then leave a couple bucks for a tip. And it was a real burger joint. It was outside of Delco, Idaho. What was it called? The Pit Stop Grill. Really good food. Really good fucking food. Like, it's like a spoiling yourself level. And that was a really good burger. But now, considering inflation, I can't even imagine what that burger costs. I just like looking at that and thinking, well, are we talking $15, $20 for a fucking burger? And I'm not trying to criticize the people, But it's now getting to the point where, yes, you look at the food and you know when you see other cultures where, like, say, Japan, making it to 80 or 100 is not a weird thing. You know, you look at the food in America and they're like, oh, okay, let's just feed you some fucking poison. Straight up poison. Because, you know, if you die before you collect Social Security, the system's won. And so from a young age, they're kind of farming you out with the candy, with the ultra sweetness, just the right amount of salt. And then you get older, a little more salt. You know, I don't think the meat's the problem so much. Well, maybe not the plastics that are in it. The meat's so much the problem. It's all the other shit you put with it. You know? And you start to look at it and you think to yourself, wouldn't it be nice if the people that are cooking us food actually looked like they enjoyed their work? You know, like you go to a good greasy burger joint and the fat guy behind the grill will probably die in his like late 50s, early 60s. This guy just love of the game, loves what he does. No, McDonald's is overpriced. Fast food these days is way overpriced. And you know why I say that? Because the last time I ordered fries at a McDonald's was a couple years ago. Mind you, I've eaten a lot of McDonald's for free. Just because when I'm bumming change, yes, I am somewhere between a highly productive person when I'm driving truck or a straight up bum. One of the two. Bumming change next to a McDonald's with a sign that says, dog loves burgers. And then I have a sign that says, need gas money. We end up with lots of gas money and lots of burgers, fries. It gets to the point where he kind of looks at the burgers and he's like, you know, I don't want to eat the burgers. And look at this pudgy corgi. He looks at it and goes, no, this is too much. Get me a McChicken. But, yeah, when a large fry is over $4, man, I can just go to like Walmart and buy a giant bag of frozen French fries and throw it into an air fryer. Because you remember way back in the day, if you had a deep fryer at your house, oh yeah, you know, I don't want to say you made it, but you know what I mean. Like that's something not everybody had, but now everybody can, you know, you can cook the nuggets and they turn out nice and crispy, and the fries, steak cut fries, fresh out of the frozen bag, right into the deal. X amount of minutes later, it's good. You got the burger cooking on. You can make a real burger on the grill, like a real homemade burger. And even better, you could take it and, you know, mash up the meat with your hands and mix in some bacon, mix in some, cheese, whatever, the spices. And then you cook that burger on the grill, and it's so much fucking better. Real meat. Like I used to work at a meat plant ages ago, little mom and pop shop. And it was 3 blocks of steer meat to 1 block of fat. And I tell you, that is the best ground beef that I've ever had. You know, people talk about, you know, Wagyu or whatever the fuck, and hey, that's something I ain't never probably going to try, you know, just because who the hell wants to spend that type of money for a burger? But, you know, the burger that they would make at the place I worked was really good meat. That meat, plus the right spices, and then, of course, maybe saute in the butter, the onions and the mushrooms. Got the right type of sauce, whatever you like, the cut up vegetables. Your burger is going to be immaculately better than what you're going to get at a restaurant. You got the fries right there. Hell, maybe even toast the bun, a little garlic butter on it. And the same thing goes for steakhouses. You know, I could buy a fucking steak. I'll season it perfectiously. I might even take the time to age it. You know, and I know the quality of the steak I'm buying because I'm the one buying it. I'm not pointing at a steak. You know, this is one of the things the old guys used to say. You go to a steakhouse, always order it medium rare or rare. Like, why would you order it rare all the time? Because if you order it well done, they'll just grab the crappiest cut of meat and fucking throw it on there. And I remember this one place. It was in Ellensburg, Washington, next to the Broadway truck stop. I think it's now just a straight up Pilot it's some other off-brand Pilot knockoff. And I said, well, here's what I want on my steak. And I'm like, I want this seasoning, this seasoning, this seasoning. She's like, that's a tall order. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? You guys got spices? Hell, give me the spices. I'll do it myself. We use steak seasoning. Well, honey, If I wanted you to determine what spices I want on my fucking food, when it comes to a steak that I'm paying a premium price for, I guess I'd say that's okay. I was like, hey, I'll pay for my drink. Have a great day. I'm not going to pay a premium price. That's one of the reasons I don't go to steak joints, because a lot of them are pretentious fucks. They think throwing some steak seasoning on a steak means that they've served you, oh, manna from heaven. No. A lot of these places these days, it's the same food, or even worse, in shitified places that used to be great. They try to cut the cost and all that. And then, they cut the cost somewhere. The quality goes down. The food fucking sucks. And the people that run these companies, it's not like the mom and pop people back in the day who actually built the restaurant from the ground up. Homemade pies, real good omelets. Your Americana food. No. That type of restaurant is slowly dying off. Good price for biscuits and gravy. Now, fast food and the CEOs that try to sell it to you is the slow death. It's the slow death of the restaurant experience. And inflation doesn't help it at all. Puts the nail in the coffin. But when the people that are trying to sell this to you, and please, I don't want to ever see that. I don't want to know who the CEO is. I don't want to know who the CEO is. I just want to know that he's making a good burger at a fair price. I don't want to see somebody who looks like they've never once stepped foot in a normal restaurant in their whole fucking life. They went from Ivy League to running as the CEO of McDonald's, and when they have to cut the clip, so we don't get to see them chew it or swallow it. Boy, that increases my confidence that you really love. You're a McLove at it. No. At this point, just like with sandwiches, you're better off, that solar oven right there. The other day I took 10 pounds of chicken leg quarters and I cooked it all. And then I deboned it when it was done. It was fall off the bone. All slow cooking all day at 300 degrees in there, 250 to 350 depending on the sun level. Fall off the bone goodness. It was probably in there for 6 hours. And I drained down the broth, the fat, and the broth. And I'm using that in noodles and other things. But the meat, I was making some damn good chicken sandwiches. A little chicken with the bologna. Some good cheese, pickles. When you can make better food than you would be purchasing at the restaurants, that tells you it's not worth giving them your money. That's my thoughts. Freedom Phil, like, subscribe. Let's get into it. Peace.